Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Right now at 10, La Crosse Fire Department rescues a man while hiking after having a medical emergency. Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Jeremy Wall. Michael has the evening off. We begin tonight in Eau Claire where a homicide investigation is underway. Ramsey Medical Center is performing an autopsy on 56-year-old Michelle Jenkins, who was found dead with multiple gunshot wounds on Thursday. The Eau Claire Police Department says that officers discovered Jenkins deceased after responding to a welfare check call at 6:30 p.m. on Gilbert Avenue. Police are urging the public to contact the Eau Claire Crime Stoppers program with any information. Complete autopsy results are not yet available. A structure fire damaged a home early this morning off County Road ZZ in Onalaska. The Onalaska Fire Department responded to a call around 3 a.m. about an active evacuation and smoke from the house. Firefighters were able to quickly locate and extinguish the fire. They say the fire did not spread to other areas and no injuries were reported.
We're grateful for the weather being good, so we can have the windows open and the stuff that's in the room. And like I said, it's just stuff. You know, we're good, our pets are good.
Nearby agencies, including Holman Fire Department, La Crosse Fire Department, and La Crosse County Sheriff, assisted with the incident. Today, La Crosse Fire Department also executed a bluff rescue. According to a press release, they were dispatched around 12 p.m. to Hickson Forest to assist a man experiencing a medical emergency while hiking. LCFD attempted to reach the hiker with a UTV, but the fire department's technical rescue team performed a slope evacuation due to the difficult terrain. The man was later taken to a Gunderson Tri-State ambulance for further medical attention.
Yeah, we had a nice warm start to our nice long holiday weekend. We do have a few showers out there right now, mainly out of our area as we have a cold front passing through as we get into those overnight hours. Now, most of us are staying dry as we get throughout the evening hours going into the overnight. We might see a few clouds pushing through with that cold front. Otherwise, we're staying clear most of the overnight period, really allowing our overnight lows to get a little bit cooler. Some of us getting down into the 50s tonight, maybe even seeing the low 50s. So it'll be a little chilly tonight. Otherwise, we'll warm right back up tomorrow. Now, with that cold front, it will be a little bit cooler than we saw today. Highs staying in the low to mid 70s, getting up to 71 by noon in La Crosse. However, we are going to see a little bit more of some breezier conditions with winds from the north, mainly gusting at 8 to 12 miles an hour. So it could be a little bit breezier out there and again a little bit cooler. Otherwise, it'll be a great day. If you have any outdoor festivities, any Labor Day activities, it's going to be perfect for it. Again, just a little bit cooler Sunday. Those cooler temperatures will stick around into Monday, but we will have plenty of sunshine with both of these days, so you will be able to feel that warm sunshine on your skin. And then we'll warm right back up to normal as we get into the middle of next week, but I'll break it all down coming up on the full forecast.
There's also a taste of fall in the forecast I saw.
There's a big taste of fall in the forecast, so yeah.
Sounds like fun. All right, thanks, Nicole. The lakes, beaches, and rivers aren't the only busy places this holiday weekend. Folks are cheering on farmers at a Monroe County festival. Today is day 2 of Kendall Fest, an annual celebration hosted by the Community Club of Kendall. Every year, people head to Glenwood Park to see their favorite farmers participate in a tractor pull. Community Club of Kendall President Lucas Bender says what he likes most about Kendall Fest.
Seeing all the people come together and stuff, and it actually does pull the community together. That's probably got to be our main focus is bringing the community together for a weekend.
The festival wraps up tomorrow with a Labor Day parade. Millions of Americans are traveling this holiday weekend, the last one of the busy summer season. CBS's Kristen Benavides has more from Miami.
From California to Colorado to Texas and across the country, millions of Americans are hitting the road for the unofficial end of summer this Labor Day weekend.
We're going to go to Philly and get a cheesesteak and then head on down to Roanoke, down the Appalachians. So some beautiful scenery.
Helping to fuel the travel, Americans are finding lower prices at the pump. The national average is now $3.35 a gallon, nearly 50 cents lower than last year.
Plan ahead on your trip, have that route mapped out. That way you have an alternate route if you do encounter a lot of traffic on the interstate.
A record number of air travelers are expected as well. The TSA expects to continue its record-breaking summer by screening over 17 million travelers this Labor Day weekend. Airlines are also expecting a record number of passengers. For American, that's nearly 14% more than at this time last year. For United, around 4%. In Florida, officials are stepping up DUI patrols both on the road and out in the water.
If you're going to be drinking out there, be responsible. Have someone else be the captain of the boat or take in charge of that boat because they are going to be enforcing DUIs.
AAA says Labor Day travel will be up 9% over last year, with most people driving to their vacation destination. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
The top 3 busiest airports this weekend will be Atlanta, Chicago O'Hare, and Dallas-Fort Worth. Still ahead on News 8 Now, police officers in Dallas are calling a shooting an execution after one is dead and 2 others are injured.
The Labor Day sale is going on now at International Furniture. 40% off the retail price on all upholstery in stock and special orders. All in-stock pictures, rugs, lamps, and accessories, 50% off the retail price. International Furniture, I-90 Airport Exit 2, La Crosse.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's fall footwear sale is going on now. Shop our unbeatable selection and prices on your favorite brands of fall boots and shoes. Right now, all Skechers are buy one, get one half price. Plus, find value on quality brands throughout the store, like 2.5-gallon boxes of Clean Def, now just $6.99. And buy 3 Goodyear tires, get one free with installation. Plus, up to $100 consumer rebate on select sets of 4 Goodyears.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet.
The Labor Day sale is going on now at International Furniture. 40% off the retail price on all upholstery in stock and special orders. All in-stock pictures, rugs, lamps, and accessories, 50% off the retail price. International Furniture, I-90 Airport Exit 2, La Crosse.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back. 1 Dallas police officer is dead and 2 others are injured following a shootout. Police say the suspect fatally shot an officer in his marked patrol car in what law enforcement officials are calling an execution. Rick DeMiguela has the latest.
A Dallas police officer was killed late Thursday night in what police are calling an execution. 46-year-old Darren Burks was a former teacher and graduated from the police academy just last December.
I know that the word ambush has been thrown around in the last 24 hours or so. That's not what happened here. Officer Burks was executed.
Police say the suspect, 30-year-old Corey Cabe, approached the officer in his squad car, recording the conversation on his phone, then pulled out a handgun and shot Officer Burks.
When our officers arrived, they found a Dallas police officer who had been shot in his marked patrol vehicle. Responding officers then exchanged gunfire with the suspect at that scene, and 2 officers were shot at that scene.
One of those officers was treated and released. The other remains hospitalized. Police say the suspect fled in his car. Officers pursued and the chase ended north of Dallas. Police say officers shot the suspect after he pointed a shotgun at them. He died at the scene.
Our officers were targeted for nothing more than the uniform they wear and for the brave and honorable job that they do.
The investigation is ongoing, but police say the shooting was premeditated. At least 93 law enforcement officers have been killed in the line of duty this year, according to the Officer Down Memorial page.
Our department is hurting. We're grieving the loss of our brother after this senseless, evil act.
I'm Rick Damigella reporting.
2 Eastern European men are accused of making hundreds of swatting calls that targeted people in the United States. Authorities say they made fake bomb threats, ransom demands, and threats to officials. This is a picture of one of the men. Both are charged with conspiracy to defraud the U.S. and for making interstate threats. An official says the two men are connected to 500 swatting calls about fake threats or emergencies. Their targets? Political leaders, universities, synagogues, and government agencies, according to court documents. The two men allegedly made the SWAT calls for fun. They would live stream the calls and how authorities responded to group chats online. U.S. authorities say one of the two foreign nationals is in custody. Well, coming up on News 8 Now this weekend, law enforcement are still investigating a listeria outbreak linked to Boar's Head.
Even with all the sunshine we're seeing for the rest of the weekend, we're still going to feel more like fall in terms of temperatures. I'll have your full forecast coming up after the break.
At By Goff and Rohde, we know reputation is important, and it can affect your case's outcome. If you want your case to be taken seriously, you need lawyers who are taken seriously. By Goff and Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
I was robbed. They tried to run me over with a getaway car. He almost killed me right over here. He was laughing as he fractured my skull.
Amanda's attacker was an illegal immigrant drug dealer, arrested twice before, but released by San Francisco DA Kamala Harris.
If Kamala Harris hadn't let him out, this never would have happened to me.
Kamala put violent illegals, convicted felons, back on the streets.
Kamala just doesn't care about protecting people like me.
Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's a Labor Day celebration going on right now here at Carl's.
We have hot buys throughout the store.
Save up to 45% on major appliances.
Buy a Samsung 4-piece kitchen package and get this 55-inch TV free.
All TVs are on sale.
All grills are priced to move. Save up to $900 on Serta iComfort mattresses and up to 70% on in-stock TV stands and consoles. It's a Labor Day celebration going on right now here at Carl's.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub and Pool Expo is at Hot Springs Spas and Pools in Onalaska this Labor Day weekend only. Truckloads of hot tubs from major brands like Hot Spring and Caldera Hot Tubs. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month, 0% financing. Save thousands. End of season savings on all above ground pools starting at $140 a month. Swim spas up to $10,000 off. Saunas starting at $59 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and above ground pools up to 40% off. This weekend only at Hot Springs Spas and Pools in Onalaska. SpaExpoLaCrosse.com.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get By Goff and Rohde.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Authorities are continuing to investigate a deadly listeria outbreak linked to Boar's Head products. Records obtained by CBS News show federal inspectors flagged dozens of violations at one of the company's plants in Virginia, including mold, mildew, and insects at the facility. Last month, Boar's Head recalled 7 million pounds of deli meats and other products connected to the outbreak. Egg prices are rising in eastern Iowa, and that has a lot of people concerned about how high the prices could go. Chicken farmers like Harley Schulte and her husband understand the impact of the state's rising egg prices. Schulte said chicken feed is one of the biggest determining factors of the price of eggs. Chicken feed prices have been increasing for a number of reasons, including inflation. To keep their prices steady, Schulte said they are now fermenting chicken feed in order for it to last longer. But that's not the only thing impacting rising egg prices. The bird flu is having a major impact as well. Investment company Fidelity says about 500,000 Americans now have retirement accounts that total at least $1 million. But even though there are more so-called 401k millionaires than ever, research shows most Americans are unprepared for retirement. Overall, the average 401k balance is around $127,000. Eli Lilly is slashing the price of a weight loss drug. Single-use vials of the injectable Zepbound are selling for as low as $399 a month, less than half the price of similar medications, the company says. Patients with a prescription can buy the drug at Eli Lilly's direct-to-consumer website. All right, let's send it over to First Warn meteorologist Nicole Skaliski for our weather forecast. Nicole, beautiful weekend, but as I said before, we have a taste of fall in the forecast this week.
Oh yeah, we're definitely already feeling those fall temperatures as we go into tonight. And even though it is still technically August 31st, I thought since tomorrow is September 1st, which means the first day of meteorological fall, it isn't too early to start showing this map. As we can see for much of our area, mid-October is when we will see those peak fall foliage colors start to sprout out. That's really only a month away. I'm already kind of seeing some speckles of some early turners out there too. So fall is definitely on its way. We're feeling that in temperatures right now. August, however, got a little bit hot towards the end of it. Much of the month was pretty cool. As we can see, our average temperature was 82.6, and that really went up after that last week of those warmer temperatures that we had. We were only just 0.2 degrees below normal. However, before that heat wave that we had, we were almost 2 degrees below the average temperature in La Crosse. Our highest temperature was that 97, which was a record breaker on August 26th, and then lowest temperature was 53 going back to the middle of the month. Pretty similar story in Eau Claire, just a little bit cooler around that 26, 94. Wasn't quite a record breaker, but we really got pretty close. We were actually above normal in Eau Claire just by under half of a degree. And then in terms of precipitation, Eau Claire saw one day towards the beginning of August with over 2 inches of rainfall in one day. I'm sure you guys remember that one, so well above normal in terms of precipitation for August. Now, as we go into the first week of September, we're going to be staying pretty dry, so we're definitely not tracking any 2 inches above normal precipitation for this upcoming month. Tuesday, 0% chance of rain. Wednesday, maybe 10%, especially in the northern areas. Just a very slight chance for a pop-up sprinkler or two. And then, excuse me, that's labeled wrong, but Thursday is going to be our main day for a chance of rainfall, as we'll have a second cold front passing through. This one could actually bring some rain other than the one that we are seeing tonight. Here's our rain forecast for the next week. Much of this is going to be from the stuff that is forecasted to come through going into Thursday night. Much of the area staying under half of an inch, maybe a quarter of an inch out there. Otherwise, not really anticipating too much in terms of rainfall, and that's really due to this pattern that we have. As we can see, we had that cold front passing through tonight, and then after that we'll see a ridge of warmer air starting to move over with high pressure with it. That's really going to be the culprit of this quieter weather. But as we can see, going Wednesday into Thursday, that's when we start to see that cold front moving down, and it's really going to be associated with this big trough of cooler, more northern air that'll really graze the area at first, and then we're really going to be plunged into some colder temperatures, possibly even seeing the low 70s, not low 60s quite yet, and upper 60s as we get into next weekend. But for tomorrow, we won't be quite that cold. We could be a little bit cooler though. Obviously not getting down into the 60s quite yet. Much of the area staying in the mid to low 60s as we get a little bit more to the north, getting into those lower 60s, staying around, 70s. I keep saying 60s. I'm just so excited for this fall weather. Staying in the 70s for tomorrow for much of the area. And again, plenty of sunshine out there. So it's going to be a gorgeous day. If you have any Labor Day festivities, it'll be a great one. We'll have lots of sunshine for Monday as well. And then after that, we'll feel a little bit of a warm up going right back to normal. And then there's that cool down going into next weekend. Again, seeing those low 70s, maybe some areas to the north in the upper 60s. So it's definitely feeling like fall.
You know, I told you before, I already had my first pumpkin spice drink today. So looking forward to many more, the earliest I've ever had it. Nicole, thank you. Coming up in sports, from college football to Badgers and so much more, hear from UW-Madison's head coach Luke Fickell after their Week 1 win. Plus, action on the cross-country course as one of the best in the state breaks a record. Kate has the highlights right after the break.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
During the Labor Day sale going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $800 on select Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
My day is packed. Client meetings, patient rounds,
getting kids out the door. But Eric Hovde thinks all women care about is Hollywood.
It's just deplorable. Sadly, with females, they spend too much time focused on what's going on in Hollywood.
Well, guess what, Eric Hovde?
We know you supported overturning Roe versus Wade.
And we know you'd vote for a national abortion ban, too.
Eric Hovde must think he knows better than us.
What is wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Turn your collector car into cash. Remlinger Collector Car Auctions is now taking consignments for its fall auction on September 27th and 28th in Winona, Minnesota. Visit RemlingerAuctions.com to consign now and maximize your earnings. Early consigners receive the most exposure to our eager pre-qualified bidders. Reserve your spot today and join the excitement. Remlinger Collector Car Auctions, where every car has a story and every bid is an adventure.
Hello. It was 1990 when I first looked out of the TV and told you about high quality at lower prices. Hi, I'm Miles Wilkins, owner of the Board Store. Some things have changed. Products have gotten so much better. We've gone from 3 to almost 80 employees, and I'm just a little bit older. Some things haven't changed. We still offer high quality at lower prices. Call today for a prompt free estimate on your next home improvement from the Board Store.
During the Labor Day sale going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $800 on select Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
It's hard to find the words to describe Onalaska senior Manny Putz. He's fast, he's humble, most importantly, he's the 2-time defending cross-country state champion. Manny enters this season going for his 3rd straight, and depending on what websites you look at, he's considered to be one of the best high school runners in the nation. Today, Manny and his team were at Maple Grove venues for the Gail Johnson cross-country kickoff. A bunch of runners competing, but everyone was chasing this guy, Putz. With a fast start, coming around the first 1,000 meters, nobody near him. Just look at that pace, and he kept it the entire way. Down the home stretch and through the finish line in 14 minutes and 50 seconds. He won by nearly 90 full seconds. Putz set the old course record at 15:44 during last season, and he smoked it by more than 50 seconds.
I think just being calm, the atmosphere felt really chill, and just not overthinking about it really helped me to have more energy throughout the race. I wanted to start it with like a 15:10 or a little like 15:05, and that would break the course record, but I ran 14:50, so shocked myself. My coach obviously believed like, hey, no, you're getting sub 15, and I'm like, okay, if you say so, and it happened, so that's why you can't underestimate your coach.
Well, West Salem's Carter Quackenbush finished in 3rd overall as the Panthers took 1st in the team scores. And of course, we've got a girls race as well. A bunch of good runners in this one, but it's Dodgeville Mineral Point's Ellie Robinson taking 1st. Her twin sister, Annie Robinson, crosses the line in 2nd. And West Salem's Mia Olson would finish in 4th. Dodgeville would win the team scores. Westby would take 2nd, and West Salem would take 3rd. All right, week 1 of the college football season kicked off today, but we've got no action as the Badgers started their season last night. It was an 8 p.m. start against Western Michigan, a game that went deep into the night. So let's recap. It wasn't pretty, but the Badgers did manage to walk away with a 28-14 win over the Broncos. Western Michigan actually took the lead early in the 4th quarter, but Wisconsin would answer immediately as Tyway Walker would run it in from 6 yards out. A 2-point conversion would put the Badgers up 7, and then the defense would step up. Central Michigan's Wolf at quarterback dropping back, Check out Elijah Hills, a huge sack on third down. Badgers take over. Tyler Van Dyke would come in and score again as the Badgers start the season with a win.
Sometimes they're not the most fun, but what it comes down to is you got to find a way, and you got to make some adjustments that maybe you didn't envision you'd have to make. You didn't want to make in game one, but you have to make some of those adjustments, and we did. And I give our guys a lot of credit. You know, they didn't bat an eye. The leadership on this team is much different, and that's what I'm really excited and proud of.
Wisconsin back to a normal schedule next week, Saturday afternoon hosting South Dakota, and then in week 3, Wisconsin will host the Alabama Crimson Tide at Camp Randall in what should be a fun one. MLB action this evening as well. Brewers on the road taking on the Reds. Scoreless in the third, 2 outs with 2 runners on, and Willy Adames is going deep, puts this ball on a flight to right field. That's gone for a 3-run shot. One more look at it. Brewers take a 3-0 lead. Now the Reds would come back to tie it, but in the top of the 9th, Jackson Chourio gonna play hero ball, crushes this pitch deep to right. It's gone for a solo shot. Milwaukee goes up 5-4, and then in the bottom of the 9th, bases loaded against Devin Williams with Joey Bowers. An amazing play over at first, and that's the game. Brewers win 5-4, and they have now reached 80 wins on the season. Twins hosting the Blue Jays in a tough outing for Zebby Matthews. First inning, and Dalton Varsho tags him up. The Marshfield native sends one over the wall and left. Toronto takes a 2-0 lead. Still in the first, still 0 outs, and this time Spencer Horwitz. He gets a hold of Matthews. This one leaving the park in a hurry. Another 2-run shot. Blue Jays would score 7 in the first, and they would add some more in the second. Addison Barger steps in and got to take a trip around the bases. A 2-run shot as the Blue Jays dominate this one, 15-0 the final. The Twins now fall to that 3rd spot in the wild card. They do have a 3.5 game lead for a playoff spot. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Right now, it's the Labor Day sale at Home Furniture. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices like this 2-piece sectional for just $1,299 after discount. Or pay no interest for 3 years during the Labor Day sale, going on now at Home Furniture.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
Hey folks, Ronnie Craig here, inviting you out to the 27th annual Elvis Explosion, live at the La Crosse Center, September 6, 7, and 8. Come on out, see 30 Elvis tribute artists from all over the world. Battle it out for $25,000 in cash. Tickets for this rocking weekend are available at the box office, Ticketmaster.com, or Days of Shows. That's the Elvis Explosion, September 6, 7, and 8, live at the La Crosse Center. See you there, or you ain't nothing but a hound dog.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
The Cooley Recovery Center's Home Run for Recovery takes place Sunday, September 1st at Copeland Park. The 10K road race and 5K run walk events benefit recovery support and prevention programs. Join UWL Visual and Performing Arts for an exhibition featuring work by UWL art faculty. Opening reception is September 5th at 5 p.m.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Summer fun along the Mississippi River in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. Imagine your trip to Prairie du Chien any way you'd want it to be. All of the views, all of the history, all of the fun. Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, a destination with it all, any way you'd like it to be. Discover more at prairieduchien.org.
It's the Labor Day mattress sale at Home Sleep Express. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years on quality mattress brands Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep during the Labor Day mattress sale, going on now at Home Sleep Express.
Finally tonight, a military family will soon reunite with a special furry family member, and it's all thanks to some amazing volunteers. 2 years ago, the Colorado family's dog Bear got lost while he was with a pet sitter. Now Bear is about to make a long journey to be reunited with his family at their new home in New York. Carla Sosa has this heartwarming story.
2 years ago, a Colorado Springs family lost their dog named Bear when a pet sitter was watching him. Brandy Ross was devastated when she heard the news.
That was the hardest part, was going home after I had left him with the sitter and then coming home to not having my dog.
Weeks after searching and posting about him, he never turned up. And soon after, the military moved the family to New York without their beloved dog. But in July, there were bear sightings, and a group of volunteers worked together to rescue Bear. For 2 weeks, they were placing food at the same time.
We then set up a time to put up what's called a Missy trap. So it's a giant trap where they walk in, they hit a light basically towards the back that triggers the door to close. He was pretty matted, very dirty, all that different stuff. He's definitely underweight, but health-wise, he's had no health problems.
Ross couldn't believe the volunteers found her furry friend, even days after receiving the great news.
The whole night I'm like, oh my gosh, is this my dog? And then she read the numbers and she's like, it's him. And I was like, no way. And I was literally bawling my eyes out and like, even now I'm in shock that this is him. It's like so crazy that he survived for 2 years in the Colorado weather. And to now be like, he's okay. It's weird. It was crazy. Like our emotions were everywhere.
Bear is now set to make the cross-country trip to his new home in New York on September 1st. All paid by some community members. And his family in New York can't wait to welcome him with open arms.
So we already bought all of his bed and his bowls, and my kids helped me buy him toys. And I video with him every week, a couple times a week.
And that's just a reminder, folks, to microchip your pets and make sure they're wearing identification with your contact information. That highly increases your chances of reuniting with them if they get lost. We'll have more right after this.
Whatever you were thinking, think bigger. It's the King Furniture Labor Day sale. Bigger selection and bigger discounts. Get up to 60% off the biggest names in furniture and 0% financing. Going on now at King Furniture.
Welcome to Washington, D.C. You got a bunch of loudmouth, preening politicians. It's absolute chaos. I'm Derek Van Orden, and after 26 years as a Navy SEAL, there's a few things that I learned. You stay on mission, you know what you're fighting for, and sometimes you gotta get a little dirty to finish the job. Let's go, kids. Not you. Not you. You. Let's go. I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
At Taco John's, we've got beef with other places that start with frozen beef. That's why we start with only 100% American never frozen beef, simmered in our signature spice blend. Say no to thaw and yes to 100% American beef at Taco John's.
It's Hy-Vee's Labor Day Grill Out Sale this Friday through Monday. Fresh ground beef, just $2.99 a pound. Mouth-watering New York strips, just $5.88. 6-pack bottles of Pepsi products, just $3.48. Party-size Frito-Lay snacks, queso or salsa, just $3.98. Juicy, whole, seedless watermelon, just $2.99 each. And Hy-Vee hamburger or hot dog buns, just $1. Save in-store and online. Friday through Monday, only at Hy-Vee.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
You earn trust by making a commitment and sticking to it and being there when needed, all day, every day. We work hard for this trust because we, like you, expect more. We are News 8 Now.
Whatever you were thinking, think bigger. bigger. It's the King Furniture Labor Day sale. Bigger selection and bigger discounts. Get up to 60% off the biggest names in furniture and 0% financing. Going on now at King Furniture.
Well, just because it is going to be a little bit cooler as we finish out the Labor Day weekend, especially once that sun sets, maybe it would be a good night to have the bonfire out. Not a lot of mosquitoes, not a lot of rain. Perfect bonfire weather. Yeah, s'mores.
You go for a s'more right now.
I was actually thinking about that today. I'd have to put one in the microwave, though. I don't have a fire pit.
It might be a good idea.
Doesn't taste the same.
No, it doesn't.
I'll take some s'mores and a nice bonfire.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to do it for this edition of News 8 Now this weekend. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone.